Today we're driving the 2024 BMW X6 M. We are at a racetrack. It's a little bit greasy out, but we're going to take this 617 horsepower monster around for a few laps here at Gingerman Raceway. This is a $150,000 X6M. We most recently drove the X5M, but it was only on the street. So we might be able to open things up a little bit more today. We'll see if it dries up later on. But for now, let's go do some out laps in this. Walk you around it real quick and give you guys some driving impressions. This is painted in velvet blue metallic, which is a stunning color on this X6M. In the front, we have 295/35 R21 Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. In the rear, 315/30 R22s, a staggered setup here. Curb weight is a little over 5,300 pounds. And of course, it's all-wheel drive. Unlike the M6 and the M5, this does not have a rear-wheel drive drift mode, so it's full-time four-wheel drive all the time. And in today's conditions, that's probably for the best. Oh my God. Recently, we drove an X6 M50i and talked about some of the difference between this and the X5. Basically all you need to know, a little bit less luggage room in the back. That sloping roof does impede into rear headroom and cargo space, but overall this is still a pretty spacious SUV. For today's purposes, enough room to get your helmet in and some snacks. All right, let's go see what this will do around the racetrack. Curb your expectations because it's pretty greasy, pretty slippery out today. We're going to put this into M1 mode. So that gives us Sport Plus engine, comfort chassis, comfort steering, sport braking, and four-wheel drive sport. On initiation, sends power to that rear axle, and then once you're sliding in this, it'll send power to the front and kind of ease you out of the drift. Initial impressions, driving position, seats have tons of bolstering. Steering wheel, though, is set a little bit too high, for me at least. I'm 5'10", but this is its lowest setting. I noticed that in the X6 M50i, and kind of a same ergonomic complaint here with this X6M. All right, we're ready to go here. 4.4 liter twin turbo V8. Sounds a bit strange, but oh gosh, it goes like crazy. It is so fast, so much performance here. Little taste there of how greasy it is out. I'd say, well, we're gonna wait and get some temperature in these tires, but there is no temperature to get. So we're just gonna do our best to manage our slip angle today. 55 degrees. And wet does not make for a good combination, even on these Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires, which traditionally are a pretty good wet tire. All right, so we could talk about a few things though. Really high driving position. It feels strange being on a race course and this high off the ground. I was just driving an S2000. And there we go. M Dynamic mode is doing a great job letting me have some fun. The power is absolutely insane. We're gonna break off the racing line here. There we go. Brakes feel fantastic. There we go. We'll set it in here nicely. Take control of our gears here. Paddle shifters behind the wheel. Not the most responsive gearbox, this 8-speed, but it kind of suits the character of the car. Upshifts are pretty good. Downshifts can be lazy on occasion. Getting into ABS there. time I drove an X6M was back in 2015 around Circuit of the Americas, and it was an absolute blast. This new generation has come quite a bit farther in terms of performance, generally unfazed by track work, which is amazing. This weighs as much as my Ranger Raptor. And it's getting around here and feeling like an M car doing it. Pretty amazing stuff. All right, we have a dry track. Joy of joys. Substitute Topher is sitting passenger seat.
Greetings.
And we are gonna experience the fury and the glory that is the X6M. Chris, could you change some suspension settings for me?
Yes.
Could you put us into sport?
Yeah. Sport suspension?
Sport suspension.
Okay, you got it.
All right. Engine Sport Plus, brake in Sport, four-wheel drive Sport. That's perfect. All right. We'll ramp it up from there, but I think Sport will be sufficient.
We also let some air out of the tires.
Yes, we let a lot of air out of the tires. The rears were overinflated. The fronts were a little bit high. This thing is a monster.
It's nuts that BMW makes an SUV that can do this.
Yeah.
When they put an M badge on, they mean it.
That's right. All right, let's go into Sport Plus suspension.
Okay.
Still a lot of body roll. That's better.
That's better. A lot bouncier. Oh, man.
I love these brakes. A little bit squirmy under braking, but we are in a 5,300 pound SUV. Oh yeah, there's that grip. When M-Car SUVs grip, they start to bounce around corners. That rear diff in this is just awesome. It gives such good rotation around corners.
Oh, I need to adjust my bolsters in. Nope, not that.
So much going on with iDrive 8.5.
I'm trying to adjust my bolsters. It's really squirmy under braking.
It is.
That was sketchy in the wet.
Yeah, we had a couple moments in the wet in this today. Mostly braking moments, because there's so much power, you forget how fast you're going. I'm still using the racing, or the rain line just a little bit in this.
Yeah.
Some sections of track are dry, some are a little bit greasy still. Like this part right here.
Oh, the console opened.
Oops. I think this is the fastest vehicle here today.
I was gonna say, not only that, this is like maybe the fastest I've ever ridden around this track. This is nuts.
Let's do an Omega Speedmaster lap time here. All right, let's see what this will do. I love how the seatbelt cinches up.
Yep.
Under ABS and then stays tightened so that you're well secured for the rest of your lap.
Yeah. And me.
Yeah. brakes are just insane. I don't think we lost a ton of time with the Mustang.
No. What'd you run in the Type R?
I did a 148 in the Type R. So we'll see how this stacks up. And that's not that fast for the Type R, honestly. It's still a little bit, but slippery out. I'm trying to respect these tires as well. Boy, when BMW makes an M SUV, they do not mess around. This is fun. All right, getting ready here.
Yep.
I don't know what that was.
You can watch it back.
Oh, it was a minute 46.
2 seconds faster than the Type R?
That's fast. All right, we'll do a cool down lap. It's so physical. Oh my gosh.
Like you said, you sit so high up and you just don't expect it to be able to do the things that it can do.
Yeah.
And we live with these cars, we drive them day to day, and you think, why are they so stiff? This is why. Like, you come out here and do this and be your one M car solution. It's absolutely nuts.
Now this is really good. And I mean, between this and the X5, this is probably the sportier one for racetrack work. So I think we could safely say, if you want to track your X5 or X6, the X6 is probably the way to go.
Yep.
This feels like it would be as fast as any M3, M4, M5.
Absolutely.
This is supposed to be a cool down lap, but
I was gonna say, what happened to the cool down? You can cool it on the straightaway.
that's right. Just lovely. Wow.
Glad I came out with you.
Yeah.
This thing is wild. Oh, as it starts to rain again.
Oh, perfect. Perfect timing.
Yes.
Oh, man. All right, well, I'm glad we got a few proper laps in the X6M. This thing is insane. Absolutely insane. What a riot. Jeff, I think we took good care of your tires all day,
Yes.
and we used them for one session,
Yes.
and that was it. So.
You always know it's a good car when we get all giddy after a session.
That's right. Man, I will say, like, we test a lot of cars.
Yes.
And maybe all the BMW M cars that we test aren't the most memorable, but whenever I bring them out to a racetrack,
Yep.
any of them, maybe except for the M3 manual,
Yeah.
I'm always blown away by how good they are.
Yeah, it's nuts.
You've lived with us all week.
I have. I haven't driven it a ton, but you know, it's one of those things where you get annoyed with it, with how stiff it is and how you can feel all the road imperfections and everything. It makes up for it in the interior. Everything in here is very soft and nice, but I think actually getting it out here and doing this makes it make sense to me more. Because if you don't want this full experience, you could have the M60i, which has the same V8 motor. It's just detuned.
Yep.
So, you know, if you want something that, even if it's only occasionally to take out to the track, this can do it. And as we've just proven.
If you have $150,000 and only one garage space,
this is it.
it's not a bad option.
I'd have velvet blue as well.
The velvet blue metallic is choice.
Yes.
Yeah, it's purple,
Good job, Jeff.
but yeah, it looks really good. This is a great spec. You can smell brake.
That may have been you.
Yeah.
I think it was you.
Gosh, we still have about 45 minutes. We were hammering.
Yeah.
That was great. That was fun. Okay. I don't know what everyone's still doing in the paddock.
I want to go out in that Insight.
Hypermiling
Just get 50 MPG
on track.
the track.
Yeah. Okay. And I like that the e-brake doesn't turn on automatically when you put it in park.
Yeah, that is nice.
I've given BMW a lot of crap, a lot of grief recently for their new iDrive systems. They're a pain in the ass, they're complicated, they're annoying, but I will say they have really improved the way their cars drive. The driving dynamics of every new BMW, non-M cars included, it's just been phenomenal. It's been amazing. Even the 530i drove really well.
I was going to say, even the 750e, that drove great.
750e, yeah. There's a few little complaints here and there, but this M car is just, it's wild.
It's bonkers.
It's pretty bonkers. I wanted to drive one of these on track for a long time. The last time I had one, was it Coda at the like the 2015 previous gen X6 launch, and that was a long time. It was almost 10 years ago, and it was amazing. It felt like it belonged. And the cool thing about the X5 and the X6M is that you can, it's an SUV, it's got ground clearance. You can ride up on the curbs. It has suspension travel. It has sidewall. You know, you can just toss this thing around in a way that you may not be able to with other track vehicles. So there are some inherent advantages.
Yes, there are.
Also, if you're racing, you can just block everyone because you're so big. You take up the whole track. Yeah, well, I think that's a wrap. Cool. We'll let the front fan run for about another hour and a half.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Tires look great.
Yep.
It's funny. This fan runs for an hour if you've driven it for 10 minutes.
Yeah, it does.
Or if you've driven it for 30 minutes on track.
It never shuts up.
It just never, it's always going. We're gonna put the hood down because it's getting gusty.
Take care. Are we taking care yet, or are we still talking?
We're taking care.
Okay, take care.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later. Topher's out.
Topher's out.